You're standing in the kitchen, or waiting in line at the park, or just talking to someone when you feel it. A warm, solid weight settling against your legs. You look down, and there is your dog, turned slightly away from you, pressing its whole body into yours, perfectly content to just stand there and lean. And you feel something soften in your chest, because you know exactly what this is. Your dog is hugging you. If you love discovering the hidden meanings behind your dog's everyday behavior, make sure to subscribe to DogMind, because there's always more to uncover. It's one of the most touching things a dog does, that quiet decision to walk over, out of everywhere it could be, and rest its weight against you. And we have a simple, lovely explanation ready for it. Love. My dog leans on me because my dog loves me. And that is often true, but it is not the whole story. Because when a dog leans, it is not just being affectionate in a general way. It is doing something specific, something with real meaning, and it is choosing physical pressure deliberately over all the other ways it could be close to you. Tonight, let's find out what your dog is actually reaching for when it leans its weight against you, and why that heavy, quiet contact means more than we ever realized. Let's begin with the pressure itself, because that is the key that unlocks everything. Your dog has countless ways to be near you. It could lie at your feet, it could sit beside you, it could simply follow you around. But leaning is different from all of those, because leaning is about contact, and specifically about weight. And it turns out that steady physical pressure has a powerful soothing effect on the nervous systems of social animals, including dogs. Think about how it feels when someone you trust puts a firm, reassuring hand on your shoulder. Not a light touch, but a steady, grounding pressure. There is a reason that feels calming rather than startling. For deeply social creatures, warm physical contact is one of the oldest sources of comfort there is. It is one of the very first things a mother provides, and one of the last comforts any of us ever stop needing. When your dog presses its body into you, it is tapping into that ancient, wordless language of touch. It is not just standing near comfort, it is pressing itself into comfort and letting your steadiness become its own. And this leads us to a deeper idea, one that sits at the very heart of the bond between you and your dog, the idea of a secure base. To your dog, you are not just a person who lives in the house. You are quite often the safest thing in its entire world. Researchers who study the dog-human bond have found that dogs treat their trusted people as an anchor of safety, a fixed point from which the whole world feels more manageable. And when a dog leans into that anchor, it is doing something profound. It is literally leaning on its source of security. If your dog does this with you, you're already seeing one of the many quiet ways dogs communicate with us. Subscribe to DogMind to learn what those little behaviors really mean. This is why you will often notice the leaning grow stronger in certain moments. In a new place your dog isn't sure about, when a stranger comes too close, when there's a strange noise or a thunderstorm rolling in, or the unfamiliar smells of the vet's waiting room. In those uncertain moments, your dog does not just want to see you, it wants to feel you. It presses in and borrows your calm, using the solid fact of your body as something steady to hold on to. Far from being needy, this is one of the healthiest things a dog can do. When something feels frightening, it turns to you. Now, not every lean is about seeking reassurance. Many leans are simply happy, relaxed companionship. This is the third thing leaning can be, and it is a warm one. For social animals, resting together in physical contact is a natural way of maintaining a bond. A dog that ambles over during a calm, peaceful moment and settles its weight against you, loose and soft and utterly at ease, is often just saying the simplest thing in the world. I like being near you. I am comfortable here. This is nice. There is no worry in it at all. It is closeness for the pure pleasure of closeness. And then there is a fourth thread woven through all of this, and it is one you helped create: learning. Because think about what happens almost every time your dog leans on you. You reach down, you stroke its back, you scratch its ears, you murmur something warm. From your dog's point of view, leaning works. It reliably produces affection and attention from the person it loves most. And so, like any intelligent animal, your dog leans more, because leaning has become a wonderfully effective way of asking for exactly the closeness it wants. If you want to understand more of the subtle signals your dog is sending you every day, subscribe to DogMind and stay with us.
So already this simple gesture is carrying so much: comfort through pressure, security from a trusted base, the warmth of
You may have heard someone claim that when a dog leans on you, it is being dominant, that it is trying to control you or claim you or push you around. Let go of that idea completely. It is outdated, and the science simply does not support it. A dog leaning its weight against your legs is not staging a takeover. It is seeking comfort or safety or closeness or attention. Reading a lean as a bid for dominance doesn't just get the behavior wrong. It can poison a beautiful, trusting moment with suspicion it never deserved. Your dog is not trying to dominate you. In almost every case, your dog is trying to be close to you. So, how do you read what any particular lean is really saying? You do it the same way you should read everything your dog does, not by the lean alone, but by the whole dog in the whole moment. A dog that leans during a calm, quiet evening with a loose body and a soft face is enjoying comfortable companionship. A dog that presses in hard the instant a stranger appears, or when the thunder starts, is asking for reassurance, and the kindest thing you can do is simply be that steady anchor and let it borrow your calm. There is one more thing worth knowing, and it is important, though it is not about the affectionate leaning we have been celebrating. Occasionally, a dog will press not its bite, but its head, firmly and persistently, against hold it there. That specific behavior, called head pressing, is completely different from a warm.
That is a reason to call your veterinarian right away. The loving lean is relaxed, social, and directed at you. Persistent head pressing into objects is a red flag that deserves immediate attention. But for the everyday lean, the warm and heavy press of a dog against your legs, you can now feel the fuller meaning of it. When your dog turns and backs in and rests its weight against you, it is doing something quietly remarkable. It is reaching for comfort in the oldest way it knows. It is telling you that you are its safe place. It is choosing out of the whole wide world to steady itself against you. And if you've enjoyed discovering what your dog's behavior is really saying, subscribe to DogMind for more stories about the hidden language between dogs and the people they love. So the next time you feel that familiar, warm weight settle against your legs, you don't have to trade away the sweetness of it. Yes, it is love, but now you know it is also trust and comfort and security, and a whole quiet conversation happening through the simple language of touch. So plant your feet a little. Let your dog lean. Be the steady thing it came looking for. Because in that moment, your dog is not just standing beside you, it is holding on to you. And now, at last, you understand exactly what that means.